Major sticking points so far have been wages and the cost that workers contribute for health benefits. Now, the deadline to reach that agreement is a minute past midnight on Sunday, so for now we wait and we hope the trains are rolling again on Monday. For now in Nanuet, Brona Tumulty, News 12. Suzanne, the atmosphere here is just incredible. Not only has the Apollo changed its marquee, there are also now Prince t-shirts for sale here, and the crowd behind me has been singing and dancing for hours. Now, there have been some tears, but for the most part, people are celebrating his life and celebrating the music. Tara, still a lot going on here on Harriet Street. Utility crews behind me are cutting off the gas and the electricity, and then further up the street there are still some firefighters on scene. Suzanne, things just about wrapping up right now, but things have been very, very busy here all day. Lots to see, lots to do, lots of good food here behind me. But I want to just turn the camera around here. There's a table right behind us, and they've been signing people up all day to be volunteers for Bernie. They want people to get out and canvass for him, do some door knocking, run the phone banks, and it's all ahead of that crucial contest on Tuesday, that New York primary. Most of us love a sweet treat as soon as the hot weather sets in, and let's face it, you have every flavour you can imagine. There's cookie dough and cotton candy, even cannoli flavoured, but it is possibly the plainest of them all, the lowly vanilla cone that could soon see people digging a little deeper into their pockets. Tara, that's right, dozens of people showed up at the community centre in West Haverstraw in support of Hillary Clinton. Now, despite not winning the majority of the recent contests, her supporters say when it comes to the nomination, there's no doubt who'll come out on top. Coincidentally, some parents tell us a child in the same class as Lily passed away about 4 years ago from the flu, though there's no reason to suspect that these cases are connected in any way. We do know that counselling and support services will be here tomorrow to help students and their families cope with this latest tragedy. We've also learned that funeral services for Lily Love will be held at the Hitchcock Presbyterian Church in Scarsdale on Wednesday. For now in Eastchester, Brona Tumulty, News 12. Now, they say addiction is all about taking that very first step, and right now I'm taking my first steps over the side of a 23-storey building. Wish me luck. There's no denying that it's cold, much colder than it should be. We may get some snow tomorrow, but things aren't going to be nearly as bad as they've already been this year. Suzanne, Provident Bank Park is really at the root of how and why Christopher St Lawrence is now in hot water. When he first pitched the construction of the stadium, the home of the Rockland Boulders, he struck out because voters said no. Now, according to the federal indictment, he pushed ahead anyway, and the cost of building all of this essentially tripled. Once that switch is made, drivers who have an easy pass will be billed here when their cars travel underneath this cashless tolling system. And for drivers that don't have an easy pass, their cars will be photographed and they'll be billed later. Tara, press conference just wrapped up. We just heard from Barry Pearson, who is the Vice President of Academic Affairs here at Purchase College, and he told us a little bit about what actually happened here tonight. Now, he says a man approached a group of students on campus earlier, pulled out a gun and then fled the scene. Now, Carol, a lot of unanswered questions right now. The crash claimed the lives of 2 Amtrak workers and sent more than 30 of the passengers on the train to the hospital. It also happened very close to the site of last year's deadly Amtrak derailment. Officials estimate as many as 50,000 drivers a day in New York alone illegally pass school buses, potentially putting those little passengers in danger. Tara, still no word on that victim's condition, and police haven't said anything yet about a suspect or a motive for this shooting. We did speak to some of the people on scene, and they tell us they know this victim. They say he's an extremely nice guy, and they're just praying that he makes it through this. For now in Yonkers, Brona Tumulty, News 12. From the food to the games and of course the rides, everybody has come out today for the 50th annual Pumpkin Carnival. This is definitely not an easy thing to do, but for those who knew Brian best, they say this is the perfect way to honour his memory. Tara, the race for the White House is running right through Westchester County today. Governor Kasich is behind me. He's just started taking questions, and literally hundreds of people have shown up today at Iona to hear him speak. Say that pole actually snapped in half, and we would show it to you, but it's actually too dark to see anything at the moment. They told us that the street actually runs on well water as well, so all of these homes have been without water since Wednesday night also. Now, they did say they saw some utility crews out here earlier. There's nothing here at the moment, but no doubt they've had a very, very busy day of it, and they'll be out here as soon as they can. For now in Suffern, Brona Tumulty, News 12. Police say the child was waiting in his driveway for the school bus when a car pulled up and the man inside motioned for the child to come towards him. Now, when the driver saw the child's mother, he sped off in the direction of Crooked Hill Road. That might not be such a bad idea because temperatures on Sunday are expected to be highs in the teens. Now, during this cold weather, it is best to take all pets inside, check your tyre pressure and keep those taps on a light drip to reduce the chance of any pipes bursting. For now, in White Plains, Bronagh Tumilty, News 12, stay warm. Tara, we're actually out on Tuckahoe Road at the moment. We're in one of the snow ploughs being used to clear the roads, and Tommy here is actually giving me control of the plough. I don't know whether that's a good idea or not, to be honest with you, but we're doing it anyway. Tara, the one thing people all across the Hudson Valley were trying to do on Saturday was stay warm, and that proved a bit difficult for people here at the intersection of Piermont and Smith because a car came flying down this hill into a telephone pole and brought down the wires. No one answered, but we got a chance as he left court. Hi, Mr. Desai, could you please comment on the allegations against you?
Are you really asking my client to make a statement?
We are. He wouldn't answer us. Anything at all you can say to us about what happened today in court? What his lawyer did.
Please.
Saying his client is being presumed guilty rather than innocent. I understand what you're saying, but we gave him the chance to comment and he didn't say anything.
Why,
We want to do
what would you
both
want him
sides.
to say? I didn't do it?
I mean, he could say that.
He said he didn't do it.
Okay, so they are practicing right now. Rehearsals are in full swing, but in a week's time, the real thing is happening right on this stage. A tough act to follow, but feeling brave, I decided to give it a go. Well, this is a lot harder than it looks, and while I've only been doing it for a few minutes, some of these kids have been doing it for years. It's all because of this little guy. Leo is a 7-year-old Bichon Shih Tzu, and apparently his bark is worse than his bite. Now, as far as I can remember from way back in the day, Superman, or rather Clark Kent, was a journalist, and us journalists gotta stick together. So when the battle for superheroes, my money's on Superman. Now, if you missed the premiere, don't worry, it's everywhere on Friday. For now, at the Palisade Centre Mall, Bronagh Tumilty, News 12.
You dressed up after all. All right, Bronagh, thank you.
Tara, this all happened around 5 on Sunday evening, and neighbours describe it as absolutely terrifying. Now, if you take a look here at the building behind me at 523, there are 4 apartments. One of the neighbours said she was coming downstairs when she saw 3 men burst in through that front door. She ran. Sister Marie Murphy, who was driving the car, is currently in critical condition at Westchester Medical Centre. The driver of the other car was airlifted to hospital. No word on her condition at the moment. Wake services for Sister Barbara will be held in White Plains on Wednesday, and her funeral will be on Thursday. For now in Somers, Bronagh Tumilty, News 12.